So what did you want?
I was trying to file a motion.
For what?
Well, I was trying to disagree with what the prosecutor did earlier, so I was going to actually try to file a motion and tell the judge that I disagreed with it.
Okay.
I also wanted...
In order to do that, you have to write the district court requesting that.
There's a motions for... I mean, they have a form for it. They literally have a form for it.
At this point, the district court is not allowing you in with your phone. Okay?
Yeah, can I see the... I mean, did you get the judge's order for me?
No, the judge is in the middle of the trial. We can't talk to him.
I mean...
However, this is according to the district court's website.
Uh-huh.
Any individual who willfully violates Maryland Rule 16208 or any reasonable limitation imposed by the local administrative judge or presiding judge may be found in contempt of court and may be subject to sanctions in accordance with the rules in Title 15, Chapter 200.
And there's not required to produce documentation to prove that judge made this order?
You can actually read that
I believe
at courts.state.md.us, Maryland courts, notice cell phones, other electronic devices, and cameras in court facilities.
Okay, and did they apply that equally to everybody, or was it just me?
Right at the front door.
No, I mean, does everybody else have their phone taken? Because I see plenty of people in there with phones.
Well, you're the one that's been threatening to use it or is being accused at this point of using it earlier today. So they are exercising their right and telling you you cannot bring it in.
And what recourse do I have if they're telling me?
None. I'm not going to sit here and argue.
No, I understand.
I'm going to tell you how it is. You can do the research. You can contact an attorney and file your motions.
I got you. Well, yeah, you can't contact an attorney. I mean, if you're poor, you can't. I mean, you can always contact an attorney. That's like, you know.
Okay. So
but
as far as don't you have court here Thursday?
Yeah, and the funny thing about that is, considering the circumstances today, where for one, the prosecutor, which I've made it known to P. Hoover, who never contacted me back in an email, investigator, P. Hoover at Hagerstown PD. I don't know, WashingtonCounty.md.net or something like that. I don't know right off the top of my head. And when they were investigating, I said, hey, the prosecutor in this case is the same one, and you know what I'm talking about, is the same one, Cyrus Jagori, is the same one in our case with...
I don't know what attorney has your case.
Well, that's who it is, because I noticed that, and I mentioned it to the investigator, and he never contacted me back, and also provided a whole lot of evidence regarding the case today. So when I get there today, and the victim, nobody ever contacted me, like the victim person, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm just going to...
Yeah, we don't know anything about their policy.
No, I understand. I'm just explaining so I can get to the what I'm talking about. And then, so you imagine my surprise that I'm sitting there and like we've declined. I mean, this was a burglar in my apartment. A trespass that wasn't supposed to be there, was told not to be there. It's on video. I mean, there's all the evidence in the world, and it was told not to be there, and they just declined to press charges. Decline.
For you to take up with them and not us.
And I'm working. And I understand, and I'm working on that. And that's
why I'm advising you to contact an attorney.
And I'll try, and that's all I can do is try. But what I was saying, so obviously understanding the situation. Imagine my concern when it's just without talking to me or nothing, it's just dropped.
So,
okay.
Through the events of today.
Okay.
Today's purposes.
Okay.
They will let you in the courthouse as long as you don't have your phone.
I mean, I understand that.
Okay. Just listen.
They're
not going to let you in if you have your phone. Okay?
Okay.
So the simplest thing I can tell you to do is take your phone home, leave it there, come back to the court, and they'll let you in.
That doesn't seem suspicious to you, especially after... Okay, imagine this.
No, because I told you earlier, and already today, that people are concerned that you were already recording them within the courthouse. Violating their rules.
Based on...
Violating their rules. Okay?
Understand, but it concerns...
I didn't witness it. It's all an accusation.
It's exactly an accusation because I wasn't doing it. I would have admitted to it.
Their house, their rules.
Exactly.
Okay?
But
so I suggest to you, with the iPhone's off when we go in.
It was off. I mean, I went to the courtroom. I turned it off entirely, 100%. It was off.
If there's paperwork you need within.
And they even tell you. They know there's...
If they say that they got to hold your phone, then let them hold your phone. It's no big deal.
That is a big deal because they're already... For one, okay, dude threatened me earlier. And then they're going to talk about holding my phone. I mean, clearly, they don't give a shit. I mean, I don't know.
Well, what is it that you want to record?
Huh? I wasn't recording anything. I didn't want to record anything. That's why I'm so pissed off. I was going to file a motion.
Are you recording something now?
Outside, and this is the ACLU app, yeah. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Whatever. Okay. Listen, all right, well, just don't take your phone back in the courtroom.
I get that, but where can I get a copy of the judge's order? Is there a place where this is?
There is a judge's order. I just read you the website.
You just said there was a judge's order.
There's a sign on the front door before you go through the metal detectors that says what's expected. You can go to that website I just read for you onto your camera that explains to you where you can also read those rules.
Yeah, but they even tell you in the courtroom, they know you have phones, but they say, okay, if you didn't see it now, and this is when you enter the courtroom.
And you need to contact an attorney for that.
I mean,
Right,
you
so
can
don't
read
take
it
your
in the
phone back
same
the
rules.
courtroom, all right? No,
I mean, I'm not going to do that because that would be stupid. But at the same time, they can't do that. I mean, they can't just use.
It's just like a private. It's just like a bar. If they don't want you in there.
No, this isn't private. This is the government. This is the District Court of Maryland.
But they also have rules.
That's exactly right. And if they enforce the rules, they have to enforce them on everybody equally. They can't just.
And that's where you need to contact an attorney.
I will. I'll try. But Jesus Christ, man, what the hell?
So listen, if you're not going to go back in there,
Yeah, I'm not going
and you're
back
not
in
gonna
there.
do what you need to do.
Well, yeah, I mean, okay, I'd have to go home, drop my phone off, come back without any form of
Leave
communication.
your phone with them when you go do your business.
Leave it down there.
That is possible, but
I'm sure it's password protected, so they're not going to be able to get into it. Turn it off and leave it with them.
I mean, I get it. I'm just not going to go back in
That's
because,
a very reasonable request.
and for most people, yeah, but that's the kind of anxiety that comes from giving them my phone, knowing what they've done already.
All right. Well, good luck.